This is not over yet, because more and more and more articles are being written as we are speaking. The Hollywood Labor now comes out swinging against Warner Brothers Netflix deal. It said this merger must be blocked. So this is not something that is going to go quietly into the night. The Hollywood Reporter says that now the most severe in its criticism was the Writers Guild of America so far. Everybody hates this deal.
Yeah.
Except Netflix and Warner Brothers. In one of Ted Sarandos' statements on Friday about his streamer's proposed acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery, the Netflix co-CEO proclaimed that the $82.7 billion deal would be a pro-worker deal. Some of the Hollywood's most powerful unions would beg to differ. Statements that streamed steadily into reporters' inboxes after the news broke on Thursday night. Labor organizations represented directors, writers, producers expressed deep concerns about the transaction, arguing that it could quash competition and harm Hollywood's creatives. The most severe in its criticism was the WGA, which said in a statement that this merger must be blocked. The labor group's East and West Coast branches added the world's largest streaming company swallowing one of its biggest competitors is what antitrust laws were designed to prevent. The outcome would eliminate jobs, push down wages, worsen conditions for all entertainment workers, raise prices for consumers, and reduce the volume and diversity of content for all viewers. WGA West Board member Mike Schur, who many know is the co-creator of Parks and Rec, weighed in as well on the social platform Blue Sky, whatever. I showed you how much I use social media. All media mergers. Blue Sky. It should be called Blue Sky. It sounds better than Blue Sky.
I like it.
It kind of does.
It sounds so much better. From now on, I call it Blue Sky. That's it. All media mergers end up hurting writers, actors, directors, and everyone else who works in the industry. He added, fewer companies means fewer jobs. DGA was the first to respond to the news on Thursday, stating that the arrangement raises significant concerns. The union, representing more than 19,500 members on the directing team on sets, added, we believe that a vibrant, competitive industry, one that fosters creativity and encourages genuine competition for talent, is essential to safeguarding the careers and creative rights of directors and their teams. The union said that it would be meeting with Netflix to air its worries and better understand what the streamer plans to do with the 102-year-old studio. Not a union, the trade organization of the Producers Guild of America also got into the mix on Friday, saying producers were rightfully concerned about Warner Brothers changing hands. Organization stated, our industry, together with policymakers, must find a way forward that protects producers' livelihoods and promotes creativity and opportunities for works and artist choice for consumers and freedom of speech. This is the test that potential mergers or sales of our legacy studios must pass. Now, what I will say about this, though, is I feel like I would be reading the same article if Skydance would have bought it.
They already did. They already put a similar statement out when Paramount was like the clear front runner and things were going in that direction. So let me be clear about this too, because people think that may think that I'm like all jumping for joy that Netflix is doing this. I'm just saying, if we're, like Kris said, if we're stuck between a douche and a turd sandwich, of all of the options, this seems like the best one. However, any of this is a terrible idea. It was in my mind, with the exception of bringing Marvel back into the fold as a collective whole, I didn't think it was a good idea for Disney and Fox to do what they did. The more you shrink this down, that's exactly what happens. There are less jobs, there are less projects, and you are forcing people to, like, the reason that you're able to see, unfortunately, these insane prices now go up for Disney Plus, ESPN, and Hulu all collectively like that is because they own all of that. So they go, cool, you're going to pay for this bundle whether you like it or not. So
yeah, it's so, and I'll be the bad guy on all of it too, right? Like I don't hate it as much as you guys do, because I'm looking at it in the side of like in a business owner. If nobody wants, because Zaslav has been wanting to sell this thing since he got it, right? So he's going to sell it to somebody, right? Someone's going to buy it. Now, there's only so many people that have the money to buy it, and in general have now there could have been an outside buyer who just decided to come in and buy it in the way that he bought it, right? And there's always going to be there's like, well, that person has too much money, they shouldn't buy it. Somebody needs to buy it in order to do what you guys are talking about, is to continue it. But if one of those people who are buying it just happens to be another studio, they're going to push together their products that they already have.
Yes,
now, but the other side of it is that when it comes to the streaming prices, right? Now, it's the same thing where, okay, if I'm paying X amount of dollars for HBO Max a month, and let's say I'm paying, I don't know what the price is. Let's say it's $12 a month. It could be more. But let's say it's $12 a month. And Netflix is now 20, and Netflix goes up to $28 a month. Okay, let's say it's more, but let's say $28. I do ask myself, well, what's the difference? I was already paying, if I have HBO Max, if I have now, maybe you didn't have HBO, maybe you only had HBO Max, you didn't have Netflix, and that's your argument, and I understand that. But they're acquiring so much different IP and so many different products because, as we were talking about with ticket prices, the reason why Ted Sarandos and everybody else has an argument to make of like, well, this is why we do what we do, because if you're going to go out, like you guys are subscribed to Netflix, you're subscribed to it. So if you sit down, they have a new movie that's out. You sit down, you bring the family out, you sit down, you turn on that movie and you watch that movie and you go, this movie sucks. You are in the comfort of your home. That's part one. Part two, you can stay on Netflix and watch something else that you like. You go to the movies and spend $20, probably the same that you're spending a month at Netflix, and you hate that movie. You feel like you just wasted $20. You just went out, you drove out, you went to the theater, you did this, and maybe you went with a friend, with a date, with a family, whatever it might be. You might be out $60, whatever it might be, $80. And you go back pissed off because the movie you saw sucked and you can't turn something else on. I get their reasoning. I understand it. It's just because we have this traditional idea that we can't break past the traditional idea. So I get it in that side. I'd be the bad guy on it. I get it. But I also understand the pushback.
Yeah. I like you said, any business owner is going to want to do that because you have to keep your prices low and you have to keep things competitive to get the best talent, to get the best customers, and to have them consistently there. So obviously the reason for the monopoly laws and the antitrust, because think about even just playing the game of Monopoly, which is supposed to teach us all how to be good little capitalists. If I own the whole block, you're going to pay for these hotels, whether you want to or not. Yeah. But if I only own St. Charles Place, then I can't jack stuff up. You know what I'm saying? So it is like, again, ultimately for everyone that is not a board member or a major shareholder of one of these two companies, it's not good.
No, you know what it is, Chris? I think it's a matter for me. It's like, is the bang for the buck there? I just feel like the bang for the buck will be there, especially if Netflix gets it. I just feel like it'll be there in general. I don't know if it would have necessarily been there all the way through if Skydance would have got it, because the stuff they had beforehand,
right?
It's okay. The stuff Netflix already has, combining with HBO Max, combining with the new movies. I mean, they have more bang for buck. If it goes up to $30 a month for me, I'd be like, I understand why. I get it. I'm getting all the stuff that I already have. Plus, I don't have that other subscription anymore. So I'll do it. Plus, I get all these other things and live events and everything too. The bang for the buck is there. I don't know if you feel the same.
I mean, in a way I do. I'm a terrible person and I steal my friend's HBO. Hi, thanks,
Oh,
Tiffany. So we do trades. We're poor.
Yeah.
But I do agree though in that the content I think is there for me to want to do this, and for me to, because I do pay for Netflix. I do have that. Netflix and Apple are the ones that I go to the most probably, and then HBO, honestly. And so financially, it does make sense. But again, this is why as consumers, it is important for everyone to know this stuff, because these deals affect your bottom line. What streamers can you afford to have? Does this make sense for you? Are we eventually just going to go back to cable? Because that's where we're leading to, of just, it's all under one place, under one thing that you pay for. So that's also why, because I know a couple people are like, why do we keep talking about this? This all affects you. Not only the media you consume, but the way you spend your money and the dollars you earn going to
it's
stuff.
Huge. Yeah.
So you got to know about it.
It also is going to destroy what it is going to do is that Netflix becomes this powerhouse, as they were saying, what people are scared of, and rightfully so. If I'm like Peacock and Paramount Plus and all that, I'd be scared out of my mind, because I'm like, if they build their price up to say $31, and if you're a consumer and you're going, oh my God, $31, do I want to get rid of Netflix and just keep my other ones? Well, I got Peacock. What do they have? Well, they lost WWE. They got shit. What about Paramount? Well, they have, and shit.
Well,
And what about HBO Max? And they're on Netflix. So Apple, it's only going to be Apple versus Netflix.
Yeah, because for Apple, that's just playtime. They don't really like. They're just like
Apple's like, we put on good
project.
shit. We put on good shit. You don't want to subscribe to us? Up to you. We're making more money hand over fist anyway. We're just putting out good shit, and that's why they can put out F1, make it for $250 million, and it's like, look, we just made another great movie, and they make great shows. So Apple, it'll be Apple versus Netflix.
It 1,000% will be, and and Amazon, because same thing. They have fair money to just throw stuff around, but like
it's not their primary business.
It's not, and that's literally why Apple and Amazon have been able to cut in the way they have, is because it's not their primary business. They make money, and the funny thing is, again, that's where Disney at this point, even though that is the main thing we know them
forgot
from,
about them
because of
totally forgot about
they have fully done their thing. But that to me, I think, is the funny part about this full court press and almost bro tactic of Skydance buying Paramount and be like, and now we're going to use this to win. We getting Warner Brothers. And the reason Paramount's been looking for a buyer for years, because they have not been doing well. Like I remember tracking all of this as this was going on. They literally were using Paramount as a stepping stone to get to this thing. So to get this far and essentially be Tom Brady with the perfect season and blow it to the Giants just feels really weird. You know what I mean? I figured you would appreciate that, Chris.
I did appreciate that. So look, and the same thing. It's not over yet. It's really not over yet, and it'll continue to go, and we'll have more conversations about it. So very curious to what you guys are thinking overall about all the stuff that we just covered. So happy to be with Nutrafol for as long as we have been, because it's the holiday season, and man, oh man, what a gift, what a thoughtful gift Nutrafol could be. Because if you give Nutrafol, you give the gift of stronger and faster growing hairs. It really is an ideal gift for anyone who deserves a boost of confidence, science-backed support heading into the new year. And this holiday season, Nutrafol is the perfect gift for anyone on your list. It could be for your mom. It could be for your aunt going through menopause. It's maybe a friend who just had a baby and is experiencing postpartum hair shedding. Your husband, your father who relies on his baseball hat to cover things up. Yourself, or anyone looking to support their overall hair health. It's probably not something you've ever even thought of as a gift. Trust me, they're going to be thanking you later, giving something that someone actually needs instead of a mug or a t-shirt or a gift card. I'm telling you, it's thoughtful, it's impactful, and it is a way to show that you really care this holiday season. You can feel great knowing that Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF content certified. It really is the gold standard in third-party certification. Give the gift of confidence this holiday season with Nutrafol. Now, whether you're treating yourself or someone on your list, visibly healthier, thicker hair is the gift that keeps on giving. Right now, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription plus free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com. Use the promo code Kristian. Nutrafol.com, promo code Kristian. $10 off. Nutrafol.